Hello, it's me, Bradley Law. In this video, I'm going to teach you about devotional practice, Bhakti. How can we practice Bhakti if we are an atheist? How can we practice Bhakti as a musician? These questions are going to be answered, and more. You might be aware of Bhakti. You might be a Bhakti yogi yourself. You practice devotion to a specific deity, and you can see the benefits of this. This wonderful practice has the power to calm down the ego as you submit to something higher than yourself. And this sense of submission can bring a real joy. This sense of devotion can bring a real joy. This feeling in our heart purifies our ego. It purifies our pride. It purifies our sense that I need to do this, I need to achieve this, I need to, I. And this I causes so much suffering. This sense that I need to accomplish can be a very difficult thing, as when we aren't succeeding, it causes us pain. The fact that we're attached to a specific result causes us pain. And by acknowledging that there's something beyond us, something greater than us, we can humble our egos, humble our pride, and submit to life, to the flow of life, and to the way things are, the reality. While surrendering our ego can sound like a scary thing, if you are in a loving relationship or have experienced a loving relationship, you'll know that serving that other person can be really fulfilling. And sometimes we even put aside our own ideas of what we'd like for ourselves in order to help that other person. This relationship analogy has been used in several different cultures and several different spiritual traditions. The Baal tradition, for example, sings songs as a female to Krishna. They practice feeling their love towards the divine as a relationship, like a romantic relationship. And also in the Sufi tradition, there are many poems and songs that refer to the God as the beloved and use the analogy of relationship and love to refer to the relationship between man and God. Devotional practice is much like this. We feel our devotion to our deity, the divine, and we hold it in our hearts as we go about our lives. We may do offerings, rituals, prayers, praises. We may celebrate using music. You don't need to have a mantra. It doesn't need to be a Hindu song. You could be a Christian. You could sing Amazing Grace with joy in your heart. Of course, you can sing Hindu mantras, and I do. You could sing whatever your tradition is. You could sing to a teacher, to a guru, to that which you're devoted to. What matters most is this feeling of devotion. When you feel devoted to something bigger than yourself, in whichever way, shape, or form that is, you will feel that in your heart. And this feeling in our heart is what we wish to cultivate. Now, it's okay if you don't believe in a God or a deity. Ultimately, the word God is a word to describe that which cannot be understood, at least not intellectually. It is the absolute, the totality of all things. If you don't like to use a religious terminology, you can think of it like this. Imagine the sky and the clouds. Imagine the rain that falls from the sky and feeds the plants in the soil, and the plants grow. And as they grow towards the sun, which is just there, wonderfully placed. And the intelligence of that plant, not to be equated with human intelligence, different kind of intelligence. The cells arrange themselves in a specific way so that that plant grows towards the sun. Isn't that amazing? And beyond all of these things in the world, all these relationships between the rain, the earth, the plants, the animals, the people, we go down to a fundamental level. We go to atoms, we go to quarks, subatomic particles, we go to the energy that underpins all things. And quantum physicists, they find that the more questions they answer, the more questions arise. There's this sense of we don't know what is going on here. And that's amazing. You can get a sense of that, the magnitude of that. The fact that your body is made up of these particles, the fact that your body just happened to occur through a series of causes and conditions. Your parents meeting, their parents, and your character is built up of all the experiences you have ever had. And you can claim that I'm like this because I've chosen this, and I am a confident person, I am an interesting person, I. But that I is built up of many different external factors. So you can see that your personality is a product of a vast environment. And we can call this vast, mysterious complexity the absolute. You could call it the mystery of life, or the totality of life, or the universe. And all you need to do is feel awe for the majesty of all those things. And as you sing, sing with awe. Sing with that feeling in your heart. As you do your actions in the world, do it from your heart. So if you practice yoga and you want to practice Bhakti but don't believe in a God, just connect with this feeling of awe, this feeling of the totality of things, and recognize that if it wasn't for all these things, you could not be. And because of this, everything that you do has been influenced by all the causes and all the effects that surround your life. Isn't that amazing? Life is mysterious and incredible, and it can't help to bring a little bit of devotion, to humble ourselves, to feel joy in our heart, wonder at the mystery of existence. So I can show you a few ways of playing with this idea of Bhakti musically. You can do it in a modern way where you use technology, you have fun with it. Here Venetia and I are playing with a mantra with a loop station and having a lot of fun. Another thing you can do is improvise. Play your instrument and just play it with a feeling of doing it for that wonder, for that amazing depth. You're doing it for life. You have been inspired by life and you're doing it for life. Bring that wonder into your improvisation. You don't need to be an Indian classical music aficionado to practice Nada Yoga and to practice Bhakti. You can do it with any style of music. For now, I'm just going to show you in a quick improvisation on my guitar, and I'm going to just bring that sense of devotion into my heart. And another thing you can do is pick a song and sing it from your heart with a sense of devotion. You know, I remember going to church. I was a Catholic as a child, and people would sing in a very kind of dull way. Say if we were singing Amazing Grace, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. And that doesn't feel like it has Bhakti in it. It doesn't feel like it has devotion in it. Maybe if you hear a gospel singer singing it, often they do it from their heart. There's real Bhakti in there. There's real devotion in there. You can find a difference between me singing like, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. And then if I connect with this feeling of wonder, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. There's a difference. And that's what we want to connect with. Thank you for watching this. In future videos, I'm going to show you different ways of using musical instruments for meditation. I'm going to show you how to improvise and free your creativity. Free that creative energy and allow it to flow through you. And I'm going to do some nice guided meditations. If you're interested in having a session with me or a lesson with me, contact me through my website, which is bradley-la.co.uk, and then we can arrange something. Otherwise, until next time, Hari Om.